Welcome back, New Zealand. As we get a bit long in the tooth, should we sit back and accept the world moving on without us, or work hard to stay engaged? The two wisanow women, Geraldine and Raewyn Hamilton, are here to talk about the key issues. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Now, this seems to be the key phrase, rewire or retire. What is meant by that?
Well, it's become a real issue because of two things. We're now living longer, and we're the most healthy generation of any preceding generation, so...
And there hasn't been a war.
No.
Right.
So the retirement age hasn't changed, and we're getting older. And we don't... And the other part of the issue is we don't know if the finances are going to last because we don't know when the last breath's going to happen.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's very hard to time it to that last breath, the money.
Now, you mentioned the war. I'm going to pull up this graphic that we have here. Let's have a look at it now, and you can explain the life expectancy. There it is. 1918, there's a phenomenal drop there.
Yes, that was the First World War where our young guys were had an early demise. And, of course, what's happened since then is with good food, great medical advances, we're actually living longer and longer and longer. And a New Zealand woman can expect... Those are actually American stats, but we're very much the same. They were based on Social Security figures.
Sure.
So we're now living till we're 86.7 years average, which is...
And supposedly retiring at 65, and... Our problem is we have got used to a much better disposable income than our parents did because they were expected to live 2 years beyond that retirement age.
Well, that's right. Give us a typical situation where someone would have to either retire or rewire.
Well, redundancy is a big thing, of course. You know, somebody's made redundant, and as older people in the workforce, then they start to think, well, do I want to do what I've been doing for 20 years and maybe I can do something else?
Sure.
That's a big one.
And also financial instability. There's been a lot of people lose an awful lot of money over the last few years where they thought they had enough money to keep them for the next 20 years. They now don't.
Sure.
And older people, I mean, we want to stay engaged as well. You know, we're more engaged with our grandchildren, our children, and it's all part of that whole rewiring thing.
Sure. So, for someone like me, who's the grand age of 34... should I be worried about,
yes,
you know, should I be worried?
So. You should...
Not worried, but you should be aware and make plans for your future, absolutely.
Because there may not be such thing as the pension when I'm, you know, at the retirement age.
Could you live on it? Because it won't be financial, it won't be adjusted. And the retirement age...
It won't be increased.
It won't be increased, no. And the retirement age probably won't... Well, it may change. In fact, to keep pace, it should go up 1 year every 4, but it's not doing that. So you've got to become very financially responsible.
Absolutely. And one of the key messages I understand is staying engaged and embracing technology. Well, we have to do that in today's world, don't we?
In fact, there's a fantastic little... I think it's a non-profit where it's called seniornet.co.nz, where volunteers teach the older, well, anyone who wants to learn computer skills.
So what are the key things people should be, you know, in terms of technology, in terms of upskilling?
Well, we were just talking about this. There isn't one point of sale or anything that you can do that doesn't involve technology. Doesn't matter if you work in a shop, doesn't matter if you work in, you know, hardware or wherever. Everything to complete any sort of transaction it uses a computer in an office, anywhere, here, anywhere. So you've got to upskill technically, and probably the best way to do that, if you're not just going to a course, is to start with social media. Keep in touch with people.
You're talking Facebook?
I think our generation tends to be afraid of technology because we didn't grow up with it.
That's right.
I see my
children. So it's adapting to that change, isn't it?
It's actually not being afraid. You're not going to break a computer. You're not going to break an iPhone.
I'm thinking of my mother when you mention that, because she's you know, she's terrified of computers.
Yes. Well, when we set up the website, I mean, we laugh about it, you know. We were presented with 2 blank pages and we had to fill them. Well, we've gone from thinking, oh, my God, how are we going to do that, to writing code. Sure. And it's just about not being afraid. Just do it.
So what types of jobs could someone who's, you know, rewiring think about going for?
Well, I think you need to go towards what your hobbies are. You know,
your skills.
Your skills.
Your skills,
love
what you're passionate about.
Cooking or whatever you've had as a skill, as a hobby through your working career, maybe you should explore those avenues.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you go.
Have you ladies put yourselves in that situation where your hobbies now, you've implemented them into your everyday lives?
In fact, we don't touch each other's part of the website. We didn't even pick on a part of the website. What I'm passionate about, I write about. What Geraldine's passionate about, she writes about. So we don't cross each other anyway. I think what people have got to do is determine what they're good at and go out, network, sell themselves into that job, whether it's entrepreneurship, little business from home, whether it's volunteering, whether it's consulting. There's a lot of brilliant consultants can go in for an hour a week to somewhere and be of help.
Excellent. Some fantastic advice there, ladies, and we're going to be catching up with you a little bit later in the show.
Oh, and can I... Yeah.
Oh, yes, and you just wanted...
I just wanted to say that we have found some incredible articles by really great professionals, and we've put them on our website under the Living and Going Places, Investing in Careers. There's some great articles and great places to go to. We've got other websites people can look at.
So what website is that, just quickly? Your website?
wisanow.co.nz.
wisanow.co.nz.
W-I-S-A.
All right. Lovely to chat to you. We'll catch up with you soon.
Thank
you.
Nana.
And we're back with Geraldine.